The private room of my heart is, I feel that artists are still underpaid. In particular actors, because I'll tell you one thing about actors. Actors, they live people's lives in order to teach them. They come with solutions through entertainment. Meaning actors, we make people act in a certain way. We give people direction. We teach even teachers, we teach pastors, you understand? We play their lives. That's why I'm saying we live in their lives in order to teach them, you understand? And yet that very same person doesn't want to pay you. Actors have influenced the whole world. For example, is Papa Action. How many people are acting in Papa Action? You understand? Like, even if it's good or bad, but we influence even soldiers. I'm a movie. Soldiers do watch movies. And some of them are soldiers because of the movies they were watching growing up. We as actors, we show you. That's why we call this a show business. Artists, musicians, dancers, we show them. Dancers can play the story and get dance and they can keep it in your head. Like your frustration, sometimes you can take it in any other way. In dance, in acting, it has saved a lot of people. It has taught a lot of people. Take us serious. That is the private room of my heart.
The acting industry is one of the powerful moving industries that we have. It's all about emotions, moving people, but most importantly, it's all about telling our unique stories. That is why Namhlanje I have the ever so black, so talented, so gifted Nelson Mandlenkosi. Welcome to the private room.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm blessed.
For an actor, you look nervous.
I'm blessed. Nervous?
Nervous? Yeah, you look nervous.
Okay.
This is one of the interviews I wish Uguti is in the audience, because I think we downplay the work that you have done in the industry, especially the acting industry. So before we get down to business, tell us more about yourself, the character behind all the characters that you play.
More about myself as an actor.
You as
a person. No, Mandlenkosi is not just an artist. Mandlenkosi is I'm a community development guy. So I do community development projects, and I establish projects. I do events management. I have a company. I own a company called Mzulu Tradings, where I also have a brand as Mfanaga Koko, known as Mfanaga Koko. That brand is basically for people who were raised by Abo Koko. It's basically to appreciate, for the fact, this thing of appreciating Abo Koko, instilling the appreciation thing. Ebantwini ukuthi ababonga abathanda ukubonga abaqala ukubonga laba buya khona, of which most of us bakhuliswa bogogo. So I do most of the things, not only in business, not only in the acting industry, but I'm just versatile.
Yeah, I'm just versatile. Well. Yeah. I think into Ballegide is that we need to expand what we have been given. It's not only about being in front of the camera, but when the camera shuts down. So let us talk about what you do in the acting industry, your contribution now. Tell us more about the characters that you play one by one, that you can think of, because you have done so much.
Okay, besides acting and the characters I've done, Nelson has directed as well.
Yeah.
And I'm a writer, I'm a director, I've produced, so when it comes to my characters, some of the shows that I played in are shows that I wrote. So I've played from back then. In high school, where I played Double Scale, Around the Corner, it was the name of the show, where I played a character called Uskeli, a young man who where we skip into Samakunin. I played a lot of shows. Then I played About the Three Evil Heads, a show that speaks about after matric life, where I was playing Usipo, which which relates to Abandon and Jebescolo. I played as well I wrote a show called The Unusual Tombstone, which still speaks about the importance of saying thank you, and which tend to be an award-winning show, and also in Emalahleni, and that's one show I think it also featured Usphiwe Nkosi from Isibaya. Most of you know him from Isibaya. It featured Usphiwe Nkosi as well. So that was one of my biggest shows where I was playing Ukwela, a young man who wants to appreciate Mama, and I played again, went to other productions, and where I played Nduna, where I was best known as Nduna, Go Express, and I played a lot of shows.
That is why I don't think we realize umsebenzi that you have done, especially in the acting industry, because you have been ubaba, waba umntwana, waba a young student, waba you have been into characters that we have grown to love and to adore. I think that is one thing that we need to realize. Acting is not only about telling a story, but it's about telling our stories. Because you have played Izimpilo Zethu. I have related to some of the characters that you have played. So when I'm personally going into these characters, what have you learned as an artist, as Nelson, from what you have played, bringing characters to life? What have you learned personally?
I've learned that as an actor, you don't only live in your life. Well, we live in other people's lives. We become judgeless, and we don't be judgmental towards, if you see actor, abanye abantu ezinye izinto zibheka nje uyajudge, why do I prostitute, why, but once you become an actor, it costs a to research why is lo muntu lo, because it is the why that tells you the how. In order for you to understand how to portray the character, you need to understand why is the character like that, where is the character coming from. That's what we call character background. Yeah, because I've also been teaching as well. I've also been running my shows and teaching acting. So that's one of my main topics. You need to understand the whys, so that you can get the hows. So to me, acting by going to the whys, each time I tap into a character, I get into a character, I begin to feel why is someone acting like this. Why is someone behaving like this? Doing things like this. So now I know a feeling of mama. You understand? In real life. But really show you would cry as if mama.
So speaking about crying and emotions, acting is one of the art crafts that requires emotions and feelings. It requires a good and portray that character and make us believe good very. So let us talk about, where do you draw your emotions from?
From the reality part of the character. Yeah, I don't. I sisakula kwa acting ngoba bethi mawufuna ukukhala, mawufuna ukugena so ucabanga ugogo wakho. I mean, the character is not thinking of gogo wakhe. So mina, I believe more in being the character, like ungayi-act. Once ungayi-act character uzofuna ukurelate. So ukuthi okay, athi ngicabanga ubani ongilahli bese uyokhala why. But you don't even make your facial expressions. You feel it, and then the feelings will make your facial expressions. Whatever people see here, what you need to deal with is what is inside you, the character, what the character is thinking, what the character background, what this character has been through, will give you the reactions of your body, your postures, your gestures, how the character walks. It's from what you know about the character, what the character has been through. You understand? It will give you how the character appears. Same applies to the emotion. It will give you how what the character feels. You understand? So you don't have to decide. You don't decide the feeling. You only have to direct it. And also be directed. Kwadala.
Yeah.
Understand? Kala kwa inkala. Understand? You need to understand the character. The character is Izoganjala. Or technically Izokala Mwa.
Okay.
Yes, you don't make it. It happens.
I feel like when you said
Yeah, so
character background, I'm like the emotion relate, do not act while you are acting.
Yeah, we don't act.
Feel the emotions of the character.
Yeah, I remember one of my mentors, Utumsane Mbebe, has always been telling us, Uguti, in acting we don't act.
Yeah.
There's like acting has got nothing. Yeah, they say acting has got nothing to do with acting. Actors don't act.
Okay.
Yeah. So we become, we feel like we become, and then basically when we are called, say call.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we don't believe it, if we don't see it, the audience won't see it, won't believe it. It begins in us.
Okay, this is powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next question.
Yeah.
SM Pro Studios, an artist's journey never ends. Stay close to your magic.